How do folks? Hope you're all well. Today you're joining me on the River Severn, dead baiting for pike. It's my first proper planned dead baiting session for pike, and I've got to be fair, it's been about a year roughly since I last did this. Now it's pretty much been about a year since this exact venue, to be fair. Now I did go dead baiting last week, but it was for zander and I blanked, really badly blanked. So much so, there's a lovely bloke by the name of Bison Si, or Simon. He's got a YouTube channel called River Masters. First and foremost, you need to go and check his channel out. He's absolutely bonkers. The channel is such a great watch because it's so different to everything else. But the main thing is he catches some absolute monsters. So yeah, go and check him out. But yeah, big thanks to Si, because last week he's literally my personal sat nav. Got me right down to like literally a tree point of where zander can reside in the canal. Try and beat my zander PB. Nothing was happening. I've moved around, I've chopped and changed the bait in the rigs, and didn't even get one knock on my rod. So yeah, nothing to do with Si. I mean, absolutely brilliant of him to try and put me onto that, but couldn't deliver. So today, I've got down here. It was 9:52, I think, when I've arrived. 20 minutes later, I've got the rods in the water and away we go. The good news is the river's up. Now, most people are like, what do you mean the river's up? It's not good for piking. Well, it is, because it's clear water. So the river's up by about 2 or 3 feet, but it's not gin clear, but it's still really pretty clear. As most anglers will know, anyone that's new to this, if a river's up and the current is a much stronger, what's a fish, is a duck? The currents are much stronger. The smaller fish will come round into little bays, other streams that are slower, back eddies and slack waters. As soon as the fry come into those waters, the pike should, in theory, be there as well, because they'll follow the bait fish. The great thing is, so far this morning, I've been watching it must be this season's family of kingfishers. There's about 4 or 5 of them. Yeah, basically they're sitting opposite me and they are nailing the fry left, right and centre. Even one, I've usually watched a kingfisher from a branch dive in, off it goes. There's one of the family keeps coming to the same spot, basically like a sparrowhawk or some form of bird of prey. It's just hovering in the water and dive bombing it as well from about 20 foot, and has been successful every time. So the bait fish are where I need them to be. The kingfishers are nailing the bait fish. The pike hopefully are there for the bait fish. They need to take my dead bait. So I've got a ledger float fished. Oh, that keeps happening. There's no wind. There's no real flow where that bait is. No solid bait, no solid takes on that rod. Just tip tap all the time. So I don't know if there's crayfish there or eels plucking at it. I just don't know. But anyway, yeah. So smelt float fished on a ledger rig on that rod. Size 1/0 circle hook, and then ledgered sardine on this one. It's too my tits in. I'll chop and change as I need to. Whatever starts to deliver, that's what I'll move into. I might put the other rod onto float fished as well, just see how it goes. But yeah, conditions are looking pretty spot on, to be fair, for a fish or two. So fingers crossed we'll get some out and be able to show you. So it transpires the SD card in my GoPro Hero 9 corrupted. I couldn't retrieve the data in any way, shape or form. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you the fight that both those fish gave, sadly, which one of them was quite decent, to be fair. But I'm still going to run the video anyway, just to show you what I caught on the day. On my first day dead baiting, didn't really go into too much detail, but obviously both fish caught on circle hooks. First time I've actually had a circle hook further inside the mouth, but it's still just in the roof of the mouth, so easily taken out. So, but yeah, here's what I did catch. Right folks, I've had my first dead bait pike of the season. Awesome. So I've come down to the river, on the River Severn, day ticket fishery. The water is up. I'm not surprised with the rain we've had the last couple of days and nights, but it's up, but it's not really that coloured. So it's up about probably 2 foot, to be fair. This pike's just fallen to a ledger float fished smelt. I've got a sardine out on the bottom, and that keeps getting something keeps pecking at it. I'll have to reel it in and recheck it shortly, because it keeps going off, but nothing's ever really coming from it. But this pike, again, circle hook, and it's in the corner of the mouth. So I've left it as it is. I've rested the pike up. I'll bring it over. Hopefully the hook's still there so I can show you. And yeah, I'll get the rod back out. Bear with me. And the pike wants to go off down the bank. Right, lovely fish. Just let it calm down first. Obviously it's been rested up, so it's thrashing everywhere now, obviously. Come on. Calm the socks. So there's a few markings on this fish that might see if this fish I've had before, but yeah, there we go. Absolutely lovely. And this is one about right in the corner of the mouth, but she's got a bit of a tummy on her. She's feeding up. Come on, let's be having you. Make this out any better. This hook certainly wasn't going to come out, but perfect hook hold though, and no damage to the fish. However, this side of the fish has got a bit of a scale damage there. I have to check that out. Another fish I've caught from down here, just to see if that's one I might have had previously. Actually, heavier than I thought, but nice double. But nothing massive, but very, very welcome all the same. Yeah, let's get it back. So yeah, the hook isn't present in the corner of its mouth this time. So this is the first time I've had a pike where the hook's not in a presentable place, just pluck out. But lovely dark coloured fish, that one. You can see the hook is just in there. So I can actually still see the sardine. Still see the sardine. Thanks for the slap. Not sardine. I can still see the smelt, should I say. How is that? Oh, there we go. The fish actually wasn't actually hooked per se. It was just in its mouth. I don't know what's happened there, but it's an easy unhooking. That's all that counts. So the fish gets no bother. And that's just one mangled up floppy piece of smelt now. So we'll be changing that over, obviously. But yeah. Fold her up again. Ooh. A couple of these fish have been a bit stressed, I think, because the I think you can quite see it. I can see better with my eyes than on the camera, but there is red colouring there. It's not blood or anything like that. It's usually a sign of a fish being stressed. So let's get this fish back quickly.